Hey, thanks for checking out Nuts and Bolts with Tone, and welcome to my channel. All right, so I'm going to show you what happened about 2.5 weeks ago. I'll show you that right here. Okay, so here's my old 3/8 Impact, 16 years old. This just happened like 2.5 weeks ago. Plug it in, no trigger. I took it apart, found a bad O-ring, replaced the O-ring, and it still did the same thing. Okay, so that just happened about 2.5 weeks ago. I waited a week. This is the Matco. My gun is Matco, and here it is, 3/8 drive gun. I've used the crap out of this thing 16.5 years or so. It's just been a straight gun. I oil it when I remember, and it's worked great. But all of a sudden one day it just kept spinning, and I was able to use it. I just would have to put it on the bolt and then plug in the air hose, so it was quite a pain in the butt. But I waited a week for the Matco, or I waited a few days for the Matco truck to come. She didn't come. The next week she came, and she called Matco about the gun, and they don't make this gun anymore. They don't make a rebuild kit anymore. And so I was on the search for a rebuild kit, and I found a local, I couldn't find one, none online. And I found a local air tool repair and air compressor repair shop. I called them, and they said they repair air tools, but they don't touch Matco. They don't touch any Matco products because Matco products have problems with parts availability, and a lot of them aren't available at all. Or if they are, they're way far out, and they just don't touch them because it's a pain. So I took it apart, never taken one apart, so it's kind of cool to see what it looks like inside. But anyways, the mechanism that goes up through here, right here is a little lever that sticks up, and that's the trigger. And I saw an O-ring popped out, so like, cool, took it apart, found an O-ring. I mean, obviously it wasn't the right O-ring, but I tried, and put it back together, and it did the same thing. So now I need a 3/8 gun. All right, so welcome to the tool haul. Let's get into it. So the first one I'm gonna show you, now I made a mistake when I bought this. When I looked it up on Amazon, it was 3/8 drive, Ingersoll ran, quiet gun, and it must have somehow checked the 1/2 inch box, because I just got it yesterday, opened it up this morning, and found out that it was a 1/2 inch drive. Well, I'm getting rid of this one, and I've ordered the 3/8, and I'll have it tomorrow, but the 3/8 is identical. It just is not as much power because obviously it's 3/8 and not 1/2 inch. So I did a lot of research. I looked into Ingersoll Rand, I looked into AirCat. Ingersoll Rand had the better options, and I like this one better, and so I went with this. So the 3/8 drive gun that I got has 370 foot-pounds of torque, and it is a compact gun. So when we compare the two, you can see the difference. When you put them side by side, it is a noticeable difference, probably about 2 inches shorter. I think it's a little bit more than 2 inches shorter, but it's approximately 2 inches. Same gun, same height, it's a little bit fatter on the body, same height. It's super quiet, can't wait to use it. Like I said, I gotta wait till tomorrow, but that's my Ingersoll Rand gun. Now, air tools, they last a long time. I had my 1/2 inch drive, I bought 1/2 inch and 3/8 Impact from Matco when I first started, so 16.5 years ago or so. And I've used them all this time. My 1/2 inch gun I stopped using about 8 years ago because I bought a snap-on gun, and it has more torque. And so my Matco gun is still, you know, fairly newer. I mean, you can still read the model number on the side, it's that much newer. So anyways, I can't wait to use this. This is the Ingersoll Rand, compact gun. Super awesome. Can't wait. So the next thing I bought was in the Matco catalog, and I saw this and I thought, you know what, this is going to be awesome for intake manifolds and all kinds of stuff. It is a stainless twisted wire bore brush set. So it comes with 6 brushes. Looks like we have a really small one. Looks like maybe these two are the same size. This one's smaller. And then these 3 are similar in size. Maybe they're the same, I'm not sure. But you can put them on the end of a gun and use them. Those will be really cool cleaning out intake ports and EGR ports, things like that. or just cleaning things that are dirty, cleaning things that are full of carbon, spray them up. And they weren't that expensive. I think it was like 25 bucks maybe for 6. So hey, not mad about that. All right, the next tool that I got, now this is 2 tools here. I borrowed something from my neighbor on my 6.7 Power Stroke upper oil pan job. I did a rear main seal on it. And the rear main seal is about, the edge is about that wide. And then it has the lip that sticks up. So you need to be in that area when you hit it. Well, the problem is all my punches are round. So when you hit it, I mean, you're only hitting a little tiny area. And so you take the chance on damaging the seal. I mean, I know it's not the right way to put them in, don't get me wrong. I work in the independent world, so having installers for rear main seals and stuff, we just don't have that luxury. And so my neighbor has a 4-piece set of these bearing race punches is what they're called after I researched them. So basically it looks like a punch, or it looks like a chisel, except for it's flat. So I bought 2. I think it was about 70 bucks for 2. The whole set's like 150, and they come in bigger sizes. I think the longest one is 18 inches, I think. Pretty long. But definitely, you know, I don't need the whole set. I mean, this will work right here. Axle seals, all that stuff. I could use this and put a socket on there. And so here is actually what the set looks like from Mac. It comes in a little red case. You open it up, and you've got 4 punches. And the long one it's about 18 inches. And the ends get progressively bigger. So that was the other reason I didn't buy the bigger set, was because I was more buying them for rear main seals and axle seals. And I didn't need a really long one. But so anyways, these are gonna serve the purpose right here. I used these to do the rear main seal on the 6-liter, and it worked perfect. I mean, on that 6.7, I was able to push the seal in for the most of the way with my hands. And then just with this right here, I like it because it was pretty much the exact same size as the seal. And so I was able to just go all the way around the seal and just do slow taps, and it just slowly worked all the way in until it bottomed out. So I'm actually really excited to use these. I just got them yesterday. I'll be showing you on Instagram, and next time I do a video that I do a seal on, I'll definitely use them in the video. I'll show you. But I strongly recommend these because of the oval shape. So the other thing is you don't want to use a hammer because you could damage the seal. And so I use like a dead blow mallet, I think, to do it and pop it in. A rear main seal is not something you really want to go and do twice. So there you go. The next tool is my good friends at Capri Tools. They sent me these. And I was really excited to get these. So it is a 3/8 drive Stubby set of impact sockets. Now it comes 8 to 22 millimeter, and that's the 22 millimeter. So when you put a regular 3/8 drive 22 millimeter up against this, look at that. That's like a ½ inch, maybe 5/8 of an inch. That's a big difference when you're trying to get in somewhere and make something work. I haven't had a chance to use them yet. I've been buried deep in diesels and upper oil pans and things like that. And so I just haven't had a job where I could use these. But that's how it goes. You get a tool, you don't need it for a while, and then you need it a whole bunch. So Capri Tools, 3/8 drive, Stubby impact sockets. Very excited. Thank you, Capri. Now this set was inspired by my 6.7 Power Stroke upper oil pan job that I did. So the way the oil pan is, you have a wire harness that sits like this, and there's a studded nut. It's about this long, and it has a nut in the middle. And to get the wire harness pulled back enough to get it out, to get the oil pan out, you have to take that stud out. Well, the problem is it's a 10 millimeter nut, so it's about that big, and it's 13 millimeter in size. So it's really difficult. So I had to grind down an old wrench to go and do it, and it was a pain in the butt. The other time that something like this would come into play big time is doing rear brakes, where your caliper has a nut on the inside, and then you have your bolt on the outside. And a lot of times that nut spins, and you've got to hold it. Well, the problem is it's slightly smaller than a normal wrench, so wrenches don't fit. So you got to try to make it work. So I bought this set. Well, here, let me show you the box. I just bought this set. Pretty excited about it. Capri super thin open end wrench set. Now this has a 6, 7, it goes 6 all the way to 19. So let's just look at the 19 just to see. I mean, look at that. If you don't look at it at just the right angle, it almost looks invisible. Holding it like this, it's that thin. So that's a 19 millimeter. So you can get this into a lot of places where you couldn't get a normal 19 in. And you don't have to go and destroy wrenches to do it. I have a 12 millimeter that I had to grind down to do a job. So there's the 13 right there. I mean, look at that. That would easily fit on a 10 millimeter nut, a nut that's this wide. So I'm really excited about these. Now these aren't something you're gonna go and put an extreme amount of torque on. They're thin wrenches. So obviously they're not, you know, the thinner the tool, the weaker the tool. So you're not gonna go and be cranking on something really tight, but it's for getting in places where you normally wouldn't be able to get into. And it's gonna really, really benefit me when I just need a tool and I can just go grab it and use it. And I can't wait. I have a feeling brakes are gonna be the first time that I use it on rear calipers. So that's my tool haul. I hope you enjoyed it. I got the gun from Amazon, Mac Tools and Matco, so, and Capri. And I ordered it, the Capri wrenches I ordered from Amazon. So it was like the best thing. I could get them quicker and with the shipping. So thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll put a link in the description below for some of these tools. And hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that bell. You get notified of all my future content, which you're definitely going to want to see. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.